Alright guys, welcome to week number 9 maybe even. Yeah, I think... No, week number 8, week number 9. We're playing Omnis Draco and the Croatian Crawdaunts, so, you know, I think this is... definitely I think the first Croat I've played. I know there's... I've played some Slovenians in terms of countries that border. I don't think I played like, even like Bosnians, like anything around that area really. Which is pretty interesting. I don't know. That was pretty. It's definitely a bit of a tangent. If you guys don't mind. But yeah, this is definitely the week that it is. It is week 9. Yeah, actually just week 9, which is, I don't know. It seems kind of crazy. It's already week 9. But I guess this is my 9th battle that's going up. So, their team consists of Tornadus Therian, Tyranitar the Mega Evolution, Heliolisk, Zygarde 10%, Sandslash, Drifblim, Tapu Fini, Ferrothorn, Emboar, Sigilyph, and Weezing. An important thing to remember about Tapu Fini in this generation is that they changed it so that now Defog removes terrains. So while it didn't suffer the same nerf that the other 3 Tapus did with their decreased power output from just the reduction of the damage boost from terrain, it is still somewhat nerfed, as in its capacity to run defog is reduced. It's interesting that they have the Zygarde 10% on the team with the Tapu Fini, as well as the Weezing side of it. One relies on Dragon, which is nerfed by missing terrain, and the other relies on like a lot of like Will-O-Wisp, Toxic Spike sort of stuff, which can also be quite hurt by terrain. But yeah, that's alright. So pretty terrifying team, in all honesty. I think both of us, like I looked at prep, as you guys can see now, I don't have a Zygarde or Latias on the team. So that means I was pretty spooked by a lot of the options. Right? I don't have like Espeon either, which I've brought a few times. So I brought a fairly defensive team with 2 main offensive options. As you can see here, this is my base boost, my Toxtricity. It's an offensive Life Orb set. Sadly, it sucks. Abilities wise, it doesn't really have good moves to take advantage of Technician. Like, there's no like base 60 power electric move to turn into Wild Charge, but something like not crap basically. I think at one point I looked at like the base 60 power moves and there was like Shockwave, because there's nothing like a Spark. If Spark was base 60, it would be like that Force Palm in the semi-finals. I think like I would be hell of running that. Instead I have like this mixed set. So it's Shift Gear with Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, and Boom Burst. This can with like Spike Up, I think it was the idea. I'm not, sorry, I should preface this with, I'm not anticipating the Weezing or the Drifblim to come. They have not brought Drifblim commonly. Sorry, they've not brought Drifblim yet, so I'm not anticipating it. They've actually not brought Heliolisk yet either, but I think that's just because they've not had it very long. But yeah, I'm not anticipating the Drifblim oncoming, though I think it would be pretty scary if it did come. But I think that it's just a relatively tough matchup if I did bring some Pokemon that I'm not bringing, as you can see. But also don't expect Weezing to come, because it doesn't really check a lot of Pokemon on my team. Most of my Pokemon are very easy. I have a lot of Pokemon that can break through it very well. For example, Toxtricity, which I brought like Choice Specs, and as well as Throat Spray variants, both of which can very much go through Weezing. And then I have, like, for example, my Type Null, which just hard walls it. If I've got Rest, then it can't even hazard it, status it very well. Stuff like that. I've got my Zygarde, I've got 3 Psychic types, just all of it I think makes it very difficult as a bring, so I'm not anticipating that. But even then, like Boom Burst with some special investment and a Life Orb is still pretty terrifying for it. But basically the idea is with a Spike Up, I can Shift Gear, and then hopefully he goes into Mega Tyranitar, and then I can KO it with Drain Punch and get back my HP to full. I don't really necessarily know if that's going to be how it winds up going. Hopefully he's not Scuff Zygarde, because I only ran speed for Adamant, Sandslash, and Sand. But Boom Burst should KO that. Like, with the spike up, this should be able to go through the entire team. Gunk Shot is ridiculously overkill Stabafini, even if it's physically defensive at +1. Smashes through Embor and Sigilif. Drain Punch, 2-hit KOs the Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn Kanoko unless he's running Bulldoze. I don't know. Ferrothorn is really pressed for moves in this game. It wants like Knockoff, it wants Spikes, Toxic Spikes, it wants Leech Seed, it wants just absolute large, like obviously it's Dual Stab, Bulldoze if it can for Toxicity, maybe Toxic for the Quilladin, Body Press for Steelix, I think was the idea. It's very tough. So yeah, I think it's pretty well pressed. The reason I didn't bring Zygarde is because ice moves, basically. They didn't really like win at +1, and I didn't really like. I thought that it's very possible they could have like a Scarf, Adamant Zydog maybe, but that's why I wound up thinking that they wouldn't, because I can abuse that really well with my defensive core. Like between Quilladin and Doublade, if he's locked into like Scarf Outrage or Scarf 1000 Arrows, that's just a free NFE for me to switch in, start really racking up damage against them. So that's kind of the option that I have there. But yeah, no, this is really strong at breaking through the team. I think like Gunk Shot KOs basically everything. Oh, also, it doesn't really matter if there is a Scarf Heliolisk because it cannot paralyze me with Glare. Bunk Rock means to take half damage from Hyper Voice, and it doesn't have super effective coverage for me, so unless it's Hidden Power Ground, then I'm not super worried. But Bad Extreme Speed from Zydog is pretty spooky, combined with Sand and Life Orb Chip, which is why I hope to be able to recover HP on the Tyranitar with Drain Punch. Yeah. So my first defensive option is Leech Seed, Spikes, Seed Bomb, Drain Punch with some attack investment, but I think the special defense... which one was the special defense for? I think special defense was for Heliolisk? Drain Punch allows me recovery. Leech Seed is really good because the only grass type is Ferrothorn, who I can Spike and Drain Punch recover from. Spike on and Drain Punch recover from. So that's really good. Spike's, like I said, really good at chipping down the team. I think they're really stressed defogger this game. Simply just because, like I said, Toxtricity kills everything with a Spike up. Again, with the exception of the Drift Limb and the Wheezing, which I'm not expecting it to come. It might still kill the Wheezing, in all honesty, I'm not sure. I haven't actually counted whether it kills Wheezing. Just that's how confident I was it wasn't coming. Yeah, it doesn't kill Wheezing, but like, what's Wheezing doing to me? I think even Fire Blast probably doesn't do ridiculously amounts of damage. Yeah, what, 40%? I mean, that's good chip, right? But it's just not gonna be enough. When I'm 2-hit KOing it, you know, especially +1. Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't too worried about rocks. I still hit Torn really hard with Gunk Shot as well. I mean, if I miss Gunk Shots, this could be really bad for me. Is, I guess, part of the problem. But yeah, so Spikes, Drain Punch. Drain Punch ensures that, again, I can hit the Ferrothorn. It ensures that I can't be set up on by Tyranitar. And Leech Seed allows me to pivot around the Tornadus pretty solidly. Between Alamora and Steelix, it's really hard for it to lock into like Hurricane or Heatwave. Not to mention, it would then likely also have ice moves for my Dragon, so on and so forth. A lot of coverage, I felt was stressing it, and the option of the Shield Dust Rebombi, if I think it's going to be going for Icy Wind. Celebi here is an expert belt, physically defensively invested, not enough to take a +1 crunch if it is Dragon at Tyranitar, but between expert belt and the modest nature, it's got speed for Jolly T-Tar, by the way. But with the expert belt and the modest nature, Grass Knot does about 70% even to bulky Tars. It does 60% to bulky Tars and like 70-something% to offensive Tars. Psychic does a good chunk to the M-board, to the point that Fled Recoil will do a lot of damage back to it. U-Turn allows me to pivot around pretty well, and Recover is just to ensure that I'm able to wear down Pokemon and pivot around throughout the game. I was hoping to pre-recover in previous games, but I did manage to fit it on this game. I was sincerely considering Hidden Power Fire, but I didn't think it was necessarily worth it, because Quilladin just walls Ferrothorn so well, but with the Bulletproof being immune to Gyro Ball, as well as being relatively slow, and the good physical defense. Yeah. Pokegame MD, my Strong Jaw Mega Steelix. It is Body Press, Earthquake, Sleep Talk, and Rest. At this, if 519 is the pre-mega, I believe. Post-mega, it's even crazier. 585 is the stat which the body press goes up to. If I needed to invest it to 252, it goes up to 614, which is insane. But yeah, body press off of 519 defense, 1-hit KOs, even max HP, 4 defense, Tyranitar, which is awesome. I've got a lot of bulk, I've got some special defense. I've got a tiny bit of speed, just in case. I think at one point I was considering webs. I'm actually going to move that speed back into special defense. Put 4 there. 8 there. Tiny bit of attack. Earthquake in the sand is alright. And then Restalk. It's very difficult for them to break this Pokemon. So if I have Restalk, then this just increases my own like long-term survivability. And the body press and Earthquake are really strong. The crazy thing is, I think once you hit like, if I had like Iron Defense, body press just kills everything. But I couldn't really afford that because special attackers are still pretty strong. But yeah, then I have Alomomola, which is leftovers. It is Wish, Liquidation, Knockoff, and Refresh. Refresh is in case I get Toxicked. Wish is to be able to pass wishes, whether into the Licks, whether into anything. I don't necessarily need wishes, but wishes can also be passed into myself. Liquidation and Knockoff. Knockoff is to knock off hopefully a Life Orb from Sigilyph. Knockoff can really knock off anything, and Liquidation is obviously based on my physical stab. I did not need that investment. That was back when I was still considering a set with an Expert Belt to be able to do a lot of damage to the Tyranitar. Yeah. But I'm not going with that currently. I've got quite a physically defensive set instead. Yeah, Knockoff is just really convenient. If I can get rid of leftovers, I can get rid of berries, so on and so forth. And Liquidation does a good chunk of damage to the Emboar as well, though it is very bulky. It's not like Infernape, it doesn't take ridiculous amounts. But yeah, I should really be able to chip down the range of my Mixed Toxtricity. And my final ones is my Choice Specs Ribombi. It's got Trick to hopefully trick Choice Specs into a Ferrothorn. Moonblast and Bug Buzz are really strong. Bug Buzz obviously throw. I don't think anything resists both besides the Drip. No, Dripline doesn't even resist both. Besides the Weezing, which I'm not expecting to come. The Steel type is Ferrothorn and Ferrothorn. So the 3 resists are like Steel, Fire, and Poison. I'm not expecting the Poison type to come, and I could theoretically have Psychic. I don't, but I could theoretically have Psychic for it. I believe I get Psychic. Okay, I don't. No, yeah, no, I do. I do get Psychic. So, you wouldn't necessarily even immediately assume that it's a good switch in. Moonblast is neutral against the Emboar, which the Fire type would otherwise resist, but Fighting neutralizes that. And Ferrothorn, I can Bug Buzz because Grass reduces the neutral there. So this is a very strong and offensive team in this matchup. I'm just going to challenge my opponent. Sorry, I said very offensive team. I think that's maybe a bit misleading. I'm gonna put the, it's got speed for the Tornadus Therian, which I mean, I'm probably gonna wind up playing it to the point that I wind up doing damage early game with it and sacking it, but in the late game, with its speed, I can theoretically lock into, like depending on what mons I've chipped down, into either Bug Buzz or Moonblast. It's just so strong. I've also got it faster, because it's faster than that. Zygarde 10% and Mega Tyranitar that is Adamant and a +1 speed tie. So I've got it all set up around that. So I think it's like 3 PM for my opponent right now. Maybe heading to 4, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. You're just messaging my opponent on Discord. It's my pick? No. People really be at me for in like servers where I have picks when it's not my pick. Okay, sorry, shout out to Letter City for the thing. Drifloon came. That's a bad start. What didn't come? Zygarde didn't come. God, Zygarde's really good this matchup I bought. Sigilyph came. Well, not surprising. It's definitely got Ice Beam. Sigilyph is terrifying. Lix is alright. Nowhere near as good as it could be because Drifloon does wall it as well as Sigilyph. Revombi's really, really strong here. No Tornadus either. I believe there are 3 flying types, so... I mean, Toxtricity's still pretty strong. It's just Drifloon is a problem. Also, Quilladin being immune to Shadow Ball is really nice, but I do imagine it's likely going to get burnt in this match. It's also immune to Energy Ball for Alomomola, which is pretty good. If Energy Ball did wind up coming. Kinda wish I'd run speed for this, or move to hit it. It's a good opponent this week. He seems like a nice enough guy. He took over this team. He was actually, I think, the 3rd coach for this team, which is kind of crazy to me. But, you know, it's how it goes sometimes. It's definitely not his fault by any means. And he's been doing pretty well with the team, so I'm definitely keen to wind up playing him. I just realized that Leech Seed does not do anything to Sigilyph, so Quilladin's actually really bad against Sigilyph. This team's actually really weak to Sigilyph. It's just strong against it though. It seems to me like they predicted a good bit of what I wound up bringing. So I'm gonna have to lead Revombi, I think. And then likely go for like a U-turn. Lead Ferrothorn, what's my lead? Quilladin. But I don't have any other lead against Sigilyph. I just don't have a lead against Sigilyph. Yeah. Okay. Like, I just need to... That's not even Life Orb shit. Life Orb, yeah, just does insane amounts of damage. So I can U-turn here. I can just Moonblast. I don't know, I don't live Air Slash if I draw Spatak. Okay, I can live Air Slash if I get a Spatak draw. I can trick it here, just to make sure that it stays locked into the same move. I mean, we all knew that I was gonna, like, sack my entire team somewhat, right? I think I want to hit the Moonblast, and then I just need to get the special attack drop, it's fine. Oh, crap! Is that Chospex? Just give me a second, please. That was a roll. That's just rude. Okay, so that is Specs. There's no way Life Orb does that. Yeah, no way I died. Okay. Well, they don't really switch into this. If you could link in disc would be great. I'm recording. 45%. What's that like? Raw. They might think that like a like nasty plot set or something. What does this mean in terms of HP and crap? It does not look like it's any bulk. Well, I guess I can always just U-turn and hope I don't pop a Citrus Berry. Okay, I did pop a Citrus Berry. It's kind of walls all my crap. You got this attack drop as well. That's just rude. No, Spidef drop. Spidef drop is bad. He's special and he got a pretty decent roll. No, he literally couldn't have gotten that roll unless he was modest max. Well, he doesn't have to be max attack, but I imagine that he is. And the -1 I'd probably take a lot. I mean, I guess I can always just switch out, right? He doesn't have an item. To 37. What does Celebi take? It's a max HP. 55 to 66. I think I go for liquidation here. Okay, well, that's good for me. I got an extra ton of leftovers. Wish I'd pack with Jet, honestly. I go into Quilladin, and then I think I go back into Lomomola. Ah, they went for the air cutter. Okay, that was a really good play on their behalf. That is tough. That is tough. Well, I'm gonna go for liquidation here. What is with these Spadef drops, man? The most unnecessary. I should have gone back into Quilladin, actually. There was actually no reason for me not to go into Quilladin there. Well, I lose a Mon now. Pretty sure. Still need all of my crap as well. I can't go Steelix. No, I have to go. Well, that's a lot of damage. That's like actually a very significant amount of damage. But I can just recover. I'm gonna go hard Quilladin. I don't think I can afford the damage from Muta. Okay. I can Drain Punch here, or I can Seed Bomb. Sigalith. Takes 15 to 17 from Seed Bomb. That's not enough. I'm gonna have to Drain Punch here. Should have Dark type. Really should have gone for the Spike, actually. I do still really need that Spike. I mean, I just get to a KO if I go back into if I go into Celebi at all. So what do I need the most and what do I need the least? I mean, Sigalith is clearly, it's clearly choice specs. And Steelix Pre-Mega, it's taking half from... Stop being Psyshock! Why is it Psyshock? It's clearly not going to be Psyshock, because that's weak. I don't have, like, Scar. And I had, like, Scar at one point. No, I don't think I lived the second one after Omega. Yeah, especially not with any hazards up. Well, T-Tar's my only real check to... Sorry, it's my only real check to T-Tar if it Mega Evolves. Not to mention, it can also... It can check Risk. I don't actually need a Lomomola anymore. Like, what do I need a Lomomola for? Yeah, I don't need a Lomomola anymore. I wish I had Aquajet. Aquajet here would be so tech. I'm gonna click Wish just in case he doesn't. Yeah. U-turn kills, so I'm gonna U-turn and go into my PokeMMD. Okay. Well, I got the U-turn off. I can go for C-Bomb with Quilladin from here, which has a roll to kill Sigalith if he does go okay, crap. And the thing is that I need the Spike up as well. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, I just threw. Yeah, no, I think I've lost here. Sigalith. Yeah. That's definitely on my bad, though. I mean, what can I do except recover? He's Knock. That's bad for me. Everything's just bad for me. I should have just gone licks actually. That was a bad play. Pretty sure my win con now is just licks. It's not like he... I don't think he can switch in on body press. I'll throw in Mega Evolve. Yeah, no, not 11%. That's just half. But he just leeches. Yeah. I don't even want to play this at this point. I think he could do like half to me as well, which is crazy. This is fast as well. Oh, yeah, might even be offensive. Well, I'm gonna shift gear here. I'm going for Drain Punch to get back as much HP as possible. Actually, I should have shifted again. Okay. I'm gonna click shift gear again so that I actually kill. I might sweep from here. I don't think I will, but I might. Oh, no! I might. If he doesn't have Protect, then this is good. If he does have Protect, you should really just click Protect. I should have shift geared that turn as well. Oh, I shouldn't have gone shift gear, Drain Punch, shift gear. I should have just gone shift gear. Okay, cool. That's a decent chunk of recovery, that's for sure. Okay. This does appear to be the plan. I'm not sure if it's working for them, but you know, up to them. I do have Toxtricity at +2 attack, which is going to be good, because did I lose my life orb? No, I haven't lost my life orb yet, have I? Well, you're not Chople. And I'm +2 max attack. Unless you're max defense, I don't think you're reading this. So I think it's really going to be a question of whether I hit Gunk Shot in the Feeny or not. How much did the Drain Punch run about? Yeah, that's max HP, thanks. Or 60, so I lose 16%. Okay, cool. I guess they must have been Sandvale. I think that was what they must have been trying. Tapu Fini. What did Drain Punch do last time? $32. Oh, is that like actually just like no bulk? That's crazy. They really brought no bulk Feeny against me. Okay, I just need to not make Skunk Shot here. Pretty sure I can just kill this with Drain Punch. Cool. Toxtricity's coming back, bros! Everyone was like so scared and over-prepped for like the Throat Spray set early on, and now I got the physical Life Orb set. I'm really glad for Toxtricity. Dude, I'm loving base boost this season. Definitely do not sleep on this Pokemon. It is, yeah, that Ferrothorn set, you really need a Bulldoze. Yep, by Toxic. Yeah, if you guys are hyping this out, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking how crazy strong Steelix is. I think my opponent really played poorly around my Toxtricity, and it did wind up really costing them. I think Surf, yeah, Surf for kill leader. Surf almost caught up, man. But this, you can't stop the Toxtricity. Look at that 648 attack with that Life Orb. Why did he let me DD twice? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. That was a lot of fun. I was really hyped to see that come out. Look at that. 6 Drain Punches, 2 Gunk Shots, and that was what? 5 Demons again? Did he do it? He actually did it again. That's crazy. I think Driplim fainted to Alomomola as well, right? Yeah. Lone Mola racking up the kills. This is, yeah, this is a lot of fun, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the World Pokemon Federation as much as I am. Like I said, I've mentioned before, I think I've been made a member of the moderation team during the season, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's a really good community. I'll leave a link to the server below. You should definitely come check it out. If you play Mons, we'd love to have you. I'm actually just starting an off-season draft, which is a dual type, so keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, most of all, just have a good week. Enjoy yourselves.